Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini never read the Satanic Verses. His son Ahmad told journalist Robin Wright in Tehran in the early 1990s. Yet on February 14, 1989, Khomeini issued a fatwa urging all valiant Muslims to kill the British Indian-American novelist Salman Rushdie and his publishers after the deadly protests over his 1988 novel The Satanic Verses. Facing post-Iran-Iraq war unrest, economic crisis and criticism from the heir apparent Ayatollah Ali Montazeri, Khomeini used the decree as distraction and died 4 months later at 86, leaving $3 million as bounty. Despite the reformist president Mohammad Khatami calling the matter finished, Lebanese-American Hadi Matar stabbed Rushdie on August 12, 2022 in New York. The supreme leader and Kehan hardliners still refuse to revoke the fatwa. Pardon me if I am mistaken, the Satanic Verses refers to an early Islamic story later rejected, where Muhammad, briefly misled by Satan, praised the Meccan goddesses Al-Lat, Al-Uzza and Manat. Corrected soon after, the tale appears in Al-Waqidi, Ibn Sa'd and Al-Tabari, yet most scholars since the 10th century dismiss it as legend, not Quran. Al-Naif is a gripping memoir of Rushdie when he was airlifted to Hamath Medical Center in Pennsylvania and underwent hours of emergency surgery, followed by months of painful rehabilitation. The memoir begins with the attack as Rushdie credits wife Eliza sustaining him through recovery. Naif slices deeper than memoir, celebrating free speech, art's audacity and a survivor's rebirth. Rushdie turns trauma into defiance, proving words outlive blades. It opens with Beckett's epigraph, "We are other, no longer what we were before the calamity of yesterday," and splits into the angel of death and the angel of life. On August 12, 2022, 10:45 am, beside Henry Rees at Chautauqua, Salman Rushdie endured 27 Shakespeare's Iago-like seconds, 15 stab wounds, a blinded soft-boiled eye, paralyzed hand, lacerated Adam's apple and injured liver. Intertextual flashes cut through the trauma. Henry James's The Distinguished Thing, Persagh's Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, Italo Calvino's The Distance of the Moon, and omen-laden openings of 100 Years of Solitude with The Diary of Anne Frank. On August 15, midnight, like his own Salim Sinai from Midnight Children, he senses uncanny bodily shifts, recalls Shalimar the Clown's blood-stained knife and echoes the Satanic Verses. To be born again, first you have to die. Rushdie stages a razor-sharp dialogue with his attacker A, radicalized by YouTube Phantom and a Lebanon trip. Rejecting infamy, Rushdie cross-examines faith, loneliness and incel isolation. Exposed as empty slogans, A falls silent while words tested like steel cut deeper than any blade. As Rushdie turns pain into art, I am Odhiraj, your literary sidekick, tracing every cut and conversation.